You never dropped a ball, though.
Once in a while. That's because my wrists were tired.
From doing what?
Just rice grabs. And you twist.
Strengthen your hands.
Yeah, strengthen my hands. For some reason, I got bored that morning before the game, and I was doing it.
No rice hands before a game. Your wrists might get tired. Welcome to Dudes on Dudes. I'm Julian Edelman.
And I'm Rob Gronkowski.
And this is the show where your favorite dudes get to talk about their favorite dudes. And for today's episode, we are celebrating what day?
National Tight Ends Day.
And that's right. We are talking Travis Kelce.
Oh.
You ever get sick of people comparing him to you?
It's really not a comparison, but we're two totally different players, to tell you the truth.
Greg Olsen.
What was really cool is that I was coming out of the University of Arizona, and Drew Rosenhaus had me call Greg Olsen. He was the only player I called, and did give me some great advice, man.
He was a very savvy guy as well.
And we have a former legend in Shannon Sharpe.
Former?
Or the most jacked tight end of all time.
He's fucking jacked. He seems like he still play. And we'll break down their games, share some insider stories, and determine what kind of dude each of these dudes are. And then we wrap up the show by building the perfect tight end. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, I'm going to break this down, Jules. This is National Tight End Day. So I'm going to break down the origins of National Tight End Day. And it's a holiday that celebrates NFL tight ends. Obviously, that's in the, description of the title of National Tight Ends Day. And it's always the fourth Sunday in October. I'm not sure who picked that. I think that was up to the NFL to do that. And it was
like Halloween.
It's not Halloween.
Close.
It's close to Halloween. Is that Halloween? It could land on Halloween.
It can.
It can, but not this year. It's not landing on it this year. Today's not Halloween, buddy.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not Halloween. And it was just inspired by a conversation between Jimmy Garoppolo, our former quarterback of the New England Patriots that we played with for a couple years,
Jimmy Guap,
and George Kittle. So obviously those conversations happened when Jimmy was with the San Francisco 49ers. So we want to thank Bill Belichick for trading Jimmy Garoppolo.
Thanks, Bill.
To San Fran. So now they had that conversation. So now there's National Tight End Day. So thank you, Bill, for inspiring the tight ends out there and inspiring to have a day, for the tight ends. Without you, it was never possible.
Old Coach Belichick just being a little sunshine ray of happiness.
He's always ahead of the game.
He's ahead of the game. He's
always ahead of the game.
You're zagging. He's zigging while you're zagging.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was officially adopted National Tight Ends Day in 2019, I would say.
2019.
Yes. And on top of it, George Kittle has done a lot. Yes, we're not talking about George Kittle in this episode, but a huge shout out to George Kittle. And on top of it, with these two other, tight ends that we're talking about, Greg Olsen and Travis Kelce, huge shout out to them for starting Tight End U. Yes, it started about 3 years ago. Tight End U is held in Nashville. What's that university there again? Vanderbilt University.
It's like a Harvard of the South.
Yes, it is. And that's why I was only invited one time, because it's the Harvard of the South.
It's a very hard.
So they just wanted to see if, I qualified, and obviously I just qualified for one of the occasions out of the three.
Now, Rob, what do you do to celebrate National Tight Ends Day?
The goals of National Tight Ends Day was to increase the player recognition, because tight ends kind of were always under the radar. They really were, man. I mean, until Tony Gonzalez, Jeremy Shockey, Antonio Gates, Kellen Winslow. I mean, they held the tight end position down, but it's not truly exposed like it is now these days.
Yeah.
Like, the tight end position is cool. Like, kids want to be a tight end now, and that's what it's about. And it's also another goal is where to connect fans with players, personalities, because tight ends do have the best personalities. They are rock stars.
Dude.
They do it all on the field, too. You got to know the pass game. You got to know the run game. They're actually the second smartest player on the field, if you ask me, because the quarterback, they need to know everything. But the tight ends, they're second. They need to know the pass game and the run game and kind of the defense that you're going versus. Quarterbacks need to know the whole entire defense, also what everyone's doing, all their reactions, everything. So we're second place after quarterbacks, Jules. I'm sorry.
Rob, it just hit me. When I was a kid, you know what I grew up and I wanted to be? Slot receiver.
A slot receiver? Why is that? Why did you want to be a slot receiver?
I don't know. Why don't they have a day?
Well, yeah.
Why don't we have
university?
Don't they have a
day? Well, I'm kind of, pissed at you
you
because
talk
today's tight end day and you're freaking, you crossed your shirt out like I was, practicing at
What are you
freaking,
talking? I
you
didn't
put
do
tape
that.
on your shirt like I was at,
I don't know who did this.
like, remember at San Diego when I put tape on my shirt?
Yeah, I do. 69.
Yeah, and guess what? I got thrown out of practice if I didn't take off the tape. So should I throw you out of here if you don't take off the tape?
I mean, is that what tight ends do to slot
It's
receivers?
tight end you. No.
Is that how you guys
But
treat
tight
us?
ends are good guys. So I'll let you have that tape on
you-
your shirt.
All right.
Yeah, and it could be, say, slot receiver you. It's not about you. We're taking over your position today. We're putting the tight ends in the slot position today. We don't want you guys on the field, okay?
Slots are humans too.
Yeah.
Slots are players too.
Yeah, they're slot machines.
Slots are
You
players
just
too.
use and abuse. You put a quarter in and you spin
You
that
talk
slot.
about the evolution of
Yeah.
the tight end position, right?
All
You
right.
guys, in these last 20 years, well, our position didn't even exist 30 years ago.
Yes, it did.
Didn't even exist.
Yeah, they just didn't call it a slot receiver. They just put the receiver and they said number 2.
It's erroneous. You eat those words. You eat those words.
I know, Jules. I'm so sorry. I take it back. I was saying the tight ends didn't exist back in the day.
Yeah, but they did.
Yeah, but they were just blockers.
We-
It's like another offensive lineman in the 80s and 90s. It was basically another offensive lineman. There was like 3 of them that actually went out and caught passes.
Well, I mean, Ditka was a damn tight end.
He
We
was a
talk
great
about
tight
Ditka. He played 800 years ago.
Yeah, he was the one. He was the one of the 3. One of the 3 that you actually, talked about and actually went out and received passes. Other than that, a tight end was just another offensive lineman on the team.
You know what the
Back
slot receiver is?
What's the slot
Slot
receiver?
receiver is kind of like Steph Curry. Like maybe back in the day, this guy's too small. He's in between positions. He can just shoot.
And
is he a running back?
threes too?
Is he a receiver? Is he a running back? What is he? Oh, he's short. He can't be a receiver. But he can't run through the tackles, so he can't be a running back. Where should we put this good football player that can help my damn team? Oh, maybe we throw him in the slot. I don't know.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm not arguing with that. But who's the Steph Curry of the slot receiver position then? I mean,
Wes. Wes started it. Well,
Yeah, but
Troy Brown
what-
really did. Wayne Corbett.
but
I mean,
Steph
there's a
Curry
lot.
is so smooth. I mean, you're kind of like
I wasn't. Buttery.
no. You were a different player. You're slot. I
like
know what
Derrick
you're saying.
Rose.
Yeah, you're Derrick Rose. There you go.
Got hurt.
You're
Though.
a point guard, but playing slot receiver.
I got hurt though.
Yeah, you got
Like
hurt
Derrick.
a couple times, but
Explosive.
wow, that's a
one
good
good-
comparison right there. And on top of it, how else
Or I
do
was
we
like
celebrate?
Iverson. I'll take
Hey,
Iverson.
Let's get back to the National Tight Ends. It's about
Oh, yeah, it's about the tight
It's
ends.
about me today.
It's
okay?
about the tight ends.
It's about me. I don't care about you slot receivers today. Once it's National Slot Receiver Day, I'll care about you. We can talk about you. We can talk about your position.
All right.
That they finally made a position for guys under 5'10".
I'm 5'10". 5'10" in the fourth.
Under
5'10" in the
under
fourth.
5'11".
Wait up,
All right, back to
One
the tight
second.
ends.
One second.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just texting Wayne Corbett, Wes Welker, Troy Brown, Deion Branch. Yeah. Just made a slot.
Yeah, slot receiver.
Slot receiver you. Just made. Have you ever seen it accepted? That fake university? That movie about the fake university? That's what I just did right now. It doesn't sound original because the tight ends just did it. Let's get on to the show.
Some ways we celebrate it as well is that what's cool is the NFL distributes 30, to all 32 teams. They distribute tight end, National Tight End Day shirts to all tight ends as well. And then they go out to pregame wear their National Tight End shirt. Everyone's celebrating tight ends.
Pedigree. You guys
the
are
fans
studs.
are going crazy.
You guys are studs.
Possibly make a bobblehead of the tight end if he's well known.
Yeah,
If
you
he's-
guys are
if-
studs.
If he's known enough to that fan base, they make a bobblehead. So tight ends are cool, man.
No, they're
tight
really
ends
cool.
is the
You guys
real
are the
deal
pedigree,
position.
the studs.
Nah,
But you know who?
possibly.
Who the guys are that no one really wants, no one really has a position for. They come in and get the job done. When
Fullbacks,
slot receivers. Rob, let's get on to our
slot
first guest.
receivers.
Let's get on.
All right, they do get the job done. Slot receivers catch a lot of balls. You guys love catching balls.
I love catching balls.
Yeah, it's like 100 balls a year.
At least. And speaking of 100 balls a year, let's move on to our first guest.
Who's that?
Who catches 100 balls every fucking year?
Oh,
Travis
yeah.
fucking Kelce. This
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
a production machine. What does AI have to say
Oh,
about Travis, Michael, Kelce. Start the clock now.
Travis Kelce is widely regarded as one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history.
Oh, yeah.
Known for his exceptional receiving skills and athleticism. So far, I agree.
I agree.
Off the field, he is seen as a charismatic and dedicated individual.
He is.
Often praised for his leadership and community involvement. Kelce has made a significant impact on the Kansas City Chiefs, helping them secure multiple playoff appearances and a Super Bowl victory. And AI, not right here, Super Bowl victories. You got to make it plural.
He got 3.
Yeah, he's got 3.
He's in the category.
Yeah, he's got 3 AI. I mean,
what they say? Just Super Bowl victory?
I knew we were smarter than 8 AI.
They're not there yet.
Yeah, Super Bowl and a Super Bowl victory, it says. All right. He holds several notable records, including the most consecutive in overall seasons with 1,000 receiving yards by a tight end. Jesus. Recently, Kelce has been in the spotlight for dating Taylor Swift, co-hosting the popular podcast New Heights with his brother Jason Kelce.
Killer.
And becoming the Chiefs' all-time leader in receptions, surpassing the legendary Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, wow.
And there's still a myth about Tony Gonzalez that has not been solved. The urban legend.
The urban legend.
We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to let that be.
Travis.
This is about Travis.
This is about Travis.
This is about Travis. Tony, we know that no matter what, you are the number one tight end in the world because of that myth.
Good things coming through with you.
Yes.
Tony.
Good thing coming through with Tony Gonzalez. Oh, man.
Killer Trav, man.
Killer Trav.
He's so slippery.
He is slippery. That's a good way to put it. Slippery. Smooth, flexible, functionable.
He's got like a very
reliable.
He's got a very, I remember us talking about it. He just has that basketball body where like he doesn't get hurt. He's always elegantly running when he runs. He's faster than what you think. And he's stronger than what you think. And he's always in the right position.
Always in the right position. He knows how to find an open hole better than any tight end I have ever seen.
Finding an open hole?
Yeah, in the defense, Julian.
Okay.
In the defense, okay? If it's zone, he can find,
the soft spot.
Yeah, that's soft spot.
The soft spot of the zone.
And just
what about man?
And sit in it.
What about man?
Man coverage? Oh, man.
He's got great bow routes. You see him? He at the top of his route.
He's so like savagey. Yeah, savvy at the top of the route. Like he can go to boom, 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 like a basketball player dribbling when they're at the top, one-on-one, crossing over. Like he's got that, and that's what truly gets him open as well. And that's what makes him a great player is because of his knowledge in the zone game, the ability to find the open hole, to find where the grass is, so he can sit there and Patrick Mahomes can just dump it right to him, and then also the ability to just be so savvy at top of the route and have that crossover type of skills, and then boom, 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 make the DB confused or the safety or the linebacker. That's rare, a linebacker on him, to make them confused what way he's going, and boom, he breaks out, and he has that separation. He can get that separation because of it. And when he has that separation, you have a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, he's going to find you every single time and put that ball on the money.
Can you keep them separated? What's that from?
That's a song.
Can you keep them separated?
Is that, dang. Who sings that again? I know who that is.
I don't know.
I'm getting a tattoo now. I'm getting ink done. That's the same artist, right? I asked for a 13, but they drew a 30 with Offspring.
Offspring.
Yes.
You gotta keep them separated.
I think that's the same song too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. The Offspring.
Now,
Travis Kelce is like an Offspring. He's different from every tight end. He's one of the best ever to play. That's being an Offspring right there.
Now,
not a traditional guy.
I gotta ask you something.
Yeah, ask me, Jules. Ask me and I'll answer. I'm not scared.
You ever get sick of people comparing them to you?
There's really like not a comparison. I mean, you can compare us, but we're two totally different players, to tell you the truth. And like, it all depends on what type of scheme you're in as well.
Yeah.
Like what they ask him to do with the Kansas City Chiefs, I could not replicate what he's doing with the Chiefs. if you ask him to do what I was doing with the New England Patriots, I don't think he could replicate. He could do it. Like I could do what he's doing, but I wouldn't have been able to replicate what he's doing with the Chiefs at that level.
Yeah.
And they know how to use his skill set. We have two totally different skill sets by far. Like he's savvy at top of the route. I'm going to run and I'm just going to go to the corner and I'm going to outrun the guy. I'm going to use my body. I'm going to be physical and Tom just throw the ball up. And if the guy's on me, I'm bigger than him. I'm going to use my body, box him out and just go up and catch the freaking ball. All right. Just throw me the ball. There was nothing more to it. This guy has like 8 moves. He's like a wide receiver out there. So we're two totally different players.
Yeah.
You can compare us because we both wear the number 87. So that's in comparison right there. But if he fit, if you brought him to the New England pitch, I don't think he would be able to do what I was doing. He would be able to do it, but not to the capable level that I was be able to do it at. So we're different players, man.
Yeah.
Totally different players. He has mastered his skill set as well, just like I mastered my skill set and what I brought to the table. But I mean, I'm not, sick of it. I mean, he's a great player. I mean, he definitely belongs as the best tight end in the NFL or debatable as being the best tight end in the NFL due to his stats and what he has done for the position. But, it's just an honor, I guess. It's an honor to be in the same category.
Now, what if you guys were both on the same team?
I think we would be perfect to be both on the same team. I mean, I feel like we kind of counter each other. There's no doubt about it. Just the way, like I was saying, how we were different players, his aspect of the game, how he, can line up anywhere, how he can motion to any point on the field at any given time. I was kind of the guy like, Tom, do I really got to motion across the line of scrimmage? Like sometimes I was in the huddle like, I'm Tom, I know I got a motion here, but I'm just going to line up over there, man. I'm like too big to be motioning, Travis is lighter, you can motion him around, set him up. Yeah. I had that happen before.
I remember.
Yeah. Big, I got a lot of mass. So we would complement each other unbelievable. And I would say that we would have been the best duo. I would say one of the best duos to play if we play with each other. Don't you think so?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
We kind of had that.
Yeah, we did. I was actually going to say that we would have broke the records of me and the other guy. About I won't mention names.
Yeah.
We broke basically every record in the book when it was him and I, number 85.
Yeah.
I think he had like 2 numbers. I think he was 81 at first,
81.
and then number 85.
Yeah.
So we broke every record in the book for being dual tight ends. Like we had 26 touchdowns that year and 2,400 yards just between tight ends. Travis Kelce and I together would have definitely matched those numbers or produced even more. Then you at slot receiver, then Randy Moss out wide.
Just there's so much clutchness going on in that.
Who would be our quarterback there? Mahomes or Brady? Or would we have them both and one would play one half?
I gotta go
the
Brady.
Other,
we gotta go Brady.
I know. I agree.
Because we don't know. I don't know how to play with. We don't know how to play that scramble drill, second play within a play. That was not like our forte. So those guys learn that. It's that scramble drill. Like Travis is always open when there's that second play within the play that Patrick Mahomes creates, and they've got on such a wavelength where he's always in the open position and he knows where to go. He reads and scans the field better than anyone. And he always finds open, and Mahomes always delivers it to him. So it'd be different. It'd be very different.
Yeah, that second phase of a play, he's got that down to a science on how to get open. I mean, that's due to Patrick Mahomes being able to scramble like that. But Travis is also one of the most clutch players in the history of the NFL. There's no doubt about it. When it comes to playoff performances or a tough
regular season
game, he has all the numbers. He has all the catches when it's that time to make a play.
He's swaggy as fuck.
He is swaggy. He's smooth. But I swear it's due to the fact that he has that basketball mentality, the basketball body. He's not jacked. He has another dad bod like Patrick Mahomes in a way, but a little bit skinnier, a little bit more proportioned dad bod, I would say. But those guys, man, I'm telling you, they don't get hurt. They don't pull muscles. And it's because they're not tight. And he's not tight at all. And I swear that's what makes him the player
fluid.
that he is. Fluid is the word that I'm looking for.
Pliable.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and people are worried about him right now.
Why?
I'm not worried because his production's a little down. Yeah, he had a good game, but I'm not worried until Travis is going to show up when the team needs him in December, January. That's that's when you need him. Okay, he's 34 years old now. He's chilling until that point, and he'll turn it on, and these jokers will probably go out and win again because he's part of that formula. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, Spags, and Chris Jones.
And on top of it, he kind of is a complete tight end. He doesn't get the job done in the trenches. You're not going to put him one-on-one with a freaking 280-pound defensive end like, Coach Belichick loved to do with me in practice and just, get my brains, just mushed every day versus Rob Ninkovich and all the other guys. He just loved putting me versus every single practice and just loved watching me just bang my head every day and then go out and do it in games. But it was fun. I loved it. That's why I did it and never complained. But he gets the job done. You want to know how I describe blocking James Harrison? That's kind of what he does. He's kind of got it down to
He gets in the way.
He gets in the way.
And he knows where the play has to hit and he springboard.
That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. If you got that down to a science, which he does, and I've seen him do it, it springs the running back still. The guy does not make the play. So he's got it down. And tell you the truth,
he's a superstar.
He's a superstar.
He's dating Taylor fucking Swift, and they might have a kid.
They should have a kid. They should.
That would be a great kid.
It'd be what would kid be performing, like, having 8 catches a game, and then like halftime he's doing the halftime show in like 24 years.
Probably sooner.
Yeah.
Taylor was on the scene when she was like 13.
All right, so it would be like the new Ryan Williams. You know how he's 17 years old at Alabama? So their kid would be like 14 in college. They'll just surpass like middle school because he's so smart.
And then he would go like do a duet with he would go do something with Quavo right after.
Yeah. So, and then he'll be in the league at 18 and then singing and performing at halftime.
Top 10 hits and a TikTok song.
Dang, they need to have a kid if that's the case.
They gotta have a kid.
They gotta.
And we would be crazy not to talk about last year's AFC Championship game when all year we kept on hearing people, not me. Chiefs are done. They look old. They look slow. Where's Travis Kelce? What are they doing? Red hot Baltimore. What are they doing red hot Baltimore? He goes 11 catches on 11 targets in the AFC Championship when everyone knows they're throwing him the ball. That's a killer. That's why they call him Killer Trav.
Clutch. One of the most clutch players of all time. I said that already. How about when I first met him? My really first time of truly meeting him, like truly meeting him. He came to Gronk Beach, man. It was really cool. He was in Vegas. It was in Vegas. The draft was in Vegas. And he came up to Gronk Beach. You were there. I was hammered, man. I was hammered, actually. It was one of the few times in the last few years where I was pretty hammed up. And I'm awesome when I'm hammed up, actually. You jumped on my back. I didn't even feel it. Didn't even care who was on my back. I just started running around on stage, Jules, and you jumped on my back. Yeah. And all of a sudden, Killer Trav shows up, and we're having a dance-off on the stage.
He can dance.
And he can dance.
And Rob could dance, but
I can dance kind of like they're my own dance moves, but he can for real dance because, like we said, he's fluid. I got too muscular, man. I just never worked out like the way I worked out like in high school and college. Like I should have been doing like more pliability stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because that was kind of my motto. Like that was kind of my persona, being jacked.
Rob, you look like you were a senior in high school playing against fourth graders when you were playing.
But imagine if
you
I was still
just fucking
imagine like if I was looser and I could dance better and still be playing.
You could
football.
dance. You dance your own style. You're
okay,
good.
You're right. I'm the best at dancing my style. Ain't no one can match me.
Ain't nobody matching him. All right, time. Let's drop in. What kind of dude is Travis Kelce?
I mean,
like
you kind of just said it already. You hit it right off the bat without even thinking about it, without even going over the categories. I mean, we got freak. I don't really think he's a freak.
He's not a freak.
Maybe somewhere else he's a freak.
He's freaking the sheets, maybe.
Yeah, freaking the sheets because, but
Killer Trav.
But hey, that's all I'm going to say. That's how far I'm only going to go. But on the football field, like his physical attributes, no, not really a freak. Like we said, dad bod, but fluid. So like a freak is like DK Metcalf. Like that dude's freaky.
Yeah, he eats like Cheetos for breakfast and he's got a 19-pack.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy.
A dog. He's definitely a dog. He's definitely motivated.
Trav is a dog. I think he's a dog.
He is.
He's a dude's dude too, I bet. I bet you he's so cool in
great
in
locker room guy here.
He's a stud.
Drink some beers with you.
He's a whiz.
He is. That's because he knows how to get open. I wouldn't say he's like a true whiz, but he's a whiz at his position. Kind of just like myself. Tight ends don't know. We know the whole playbook, but we're not like the smartest. You know, we know what we just need to know.
Rob, you didn't mess up much.
Yeah, but like I said, we know what we need to know.
Hey, so is he a stud?
Is he a stud? He is a stud.
He is a stud. He's
definitely a stud. But is he a dog? I think it's between stud and dog.
I think because he went to Cincinnati and he was a 5th round draft pick or 3rd round draft pick. He had the troubles in college with the marijuana bullshit. That's why he dropped to the 3rd. I think that's like
kind of being more of a dog.
That's a dog.
Because if you're getting in trouble for that stuff and you're a stud,
and you're still going out and performing, studs don't get in trouble for that.
Yeah, studs don't get in trouble. Studs can get out of it. You got to be a stud on the field and off the field in order to be labeled a stud.
Yeah.
And like getting in trouble for that,
it's kind of a weak thing to get in trouble, but it's also a dog.
It's a dog. You get in trouble, a dog goes in its cage and it comes back out.
That's a dog.
That's a dog. He's
Stamped
a dog.
Dog. All right, let's get on to our next. Put up the headshot.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next tight end here on National Tight Ends Day, who also started tight end U at Vanderbilt University every year that I went one time because I failed after I went because it's the Harvard of the South.
Hard place.
Yeah, it's a hard
Very
place.
beautiful, I heard. Never been.
It is. Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen.
What does AI say about Greg Olsen?
All right, Greg Olsen.
Start the clock.
Greg Olsen. Oh, Ocean.
I like that.
Yeah, well, his hair looks like an ocean. It's all over the place. It kind of looks like a hurricane. All right. Greg Olsen is celebrated as one of the top tight ends in NFL history. Known for his reliable hands. We were talking about that earlier. He has the most reliable hands in the NFL.
This guy had hands.
Yes, he does. And route running skills. Off the field, he is admired for his dedication to family and philanthropy, particularly through his Heart Test Yard Initiative. Heart Test Yard Initiative.
Heart test.
That's
a handful.
That's a hard test.
What's a heart test?
Heart test. Yeah.
Oh, heart.
All right.
Is
particularly through his Heart Test Yard Initiative,
I like that.
Which supports families of children with congenital. It's like we said, everyone, we don't have the best vocabulary. This is Dudes on Dudes. We're learning as we go. We're not perfect here, but we get numbers right, okay? We get numbers right.
What AI is basically saying, he's for the kids.
Yeah, we're for the kids. Yes. Olsen made a significant impact on the Carolina Panthers, helping them reach Super Bowl 50 and becoming the first tight end in history to have 3 consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons from 2014 to 2016.
Wow.
He holds the Panthers franchise records for most receiving yards. He's lucky I got hurt because I would have held that 3 1,000-yard seasons in a row. But it's not about me.
It's not about
Why am I making it about me? Tight ends don't make it about yourself. And
slot
I just made it about me.
receivers do.
Yeah, slot receivers do.
It's our little diva in us because we're not full diva, but we got a little diva.
It's about Greg Olsen here. He holds the Panthers franchise records for most receiving yards, receptions, and 100-yard receiving games by a tight end. Wow. After retiring, Olsen transitioned to a successful career in sports broadcasting. He's one of our teammates right now with the Fox team.
He's really good.
Further showcasing his football acumen. He does have a lot of football acumen, I can tell you that.
What is that like?
Like knowledge.
Knowledge.
Another word for knowledge. Cinnamon for knowledge. Not right?
Synonymous.
Synonymous, yeah. He's
cinnamon.
Freaking cinnamon, right?
Cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon.
I like cinnamon.
He's tasty.
He's tasty.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Wow. This is bad, Jules. This is bad. This is dudes just being dudes, though. This is what it's all about. Dudes just being dudes and just showing you who you are. We're not perfect.
It's cinnamon, bro.
Yes, cinnamon.
That's same now from now on.
Yeah, cinnamon.
From now on.
It is.
Hey.
The English dictionary better change that word to cinnamon.
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 Now.
Well, you want to know what acumen means? I kind of know that from back of my head. I was reading a book the other day, had the word. It's the ability to make good judgments and quick decisions. And that actually explains Greg Olsen and his game. And that's why he had over 1,000 yards in 3 seasons in a row because of his quick decisions. And when you're really quick at top of the route, when you have a two-way go like Greg Olsen, his favorite route of all time, he kind of runs kind of like diagonally to like the 10-yard mark where he has to go, and then the linebacker's sitting there at a safety, and you got to either split right like a bow or split in. What's the split in route where you like a
Middle read.
No, not a middle read, like kind of like a
Cross.
No, you go and it's like a angle route kind of, but it's at between 10 yards and 12 yards. You can either bow it or angle it, like an angle at 10.
Middle read.
Yeah, no, because it's not a middle read because you still a middle read is when it's post double safety high and you can go in the middle. So he was so good at making that decision and being decisive of should he go out on the guy on the defender or should he go in, and that's where he made his bread and money.
Bread and money.
You
just went full Will Ferrell in Old School right there.
Yes.
Did you guys see that?
That's his acumen.
Did you guys see that?
That's his acumen.
That's literally
Greg
just
went acumen, ladies and gentlemen.
Will Ferrell in Old School at the fucking last thing where he competes the debate. And did you black out right there?
I did black out. And like Old School, Will Ferrell was blacked out many times.
Frank the fucking Tank. No, Greg Olsen, I mean, we threw on that film, and he's a lot more athletic than you remember. He wasn't like a guy that was going to kill you with his athleticism, but he had such great hands. Like he would go up and make those one-handers. He did a lot of one-hander catches. He had great ball skills, and he was a very savvy guy as well. And he wasn't like he was a small guy. He's 6'5", 255, out of the U. What's up with the U and the tight ends?
Tight end U, man.
Is that...
They were called tight end U, man. When I was a kid, Miami
was probably who's tight end U now?
Iowa's tight end U now, but the University of Miami, oh my gosh, they were producing tight ends left and right, man.
Shockey,
I loved Miami.
Olsen,
when I was growing up.
Bubba Franks,
Winslow.
Joku.
Oh my gosh, Joku is like the new school version of tight end U at the University of Miami. But man, were they producing tight ends, man? University of Miami was, they were on point,
and he was a track star in high school.
Yeah, he was.
Javelin.
Maybe that's why he was so good with his hands, because he was always using his hands in track.
Throwing it?
Yeah, just throwing, like holding, that javelin stick.
I've never met a javeliner.
Yeah.
I guess I have.
Like, what do you do?
No,
how do you throw it? Like that?
That's called a shake weight.
Oh, shake weight. Oh, that's a shake weight. Never threw a javelin before.
It's just like the spear.
Oh.
They throw.
All right.
It's like a football throw. I bet he can throw. Can he throw a football for it?
Like being a gladiator and throwing that spear and just boom, tossing it 40 yards.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's like so he did javelin. I mean, the first thing you think of Greg Olsen, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
That's good technique.
Looks good.
He's young.
Look at that face. He's beautiful.
He got that.
He was defined in high school. I don't know what happened. Like, he's like one of those like tight ends with a dad body again. That's what made him last long.
He lasted long.
He lasted long, but he was jacked in high school.
He hit me up during that 3,000 yard or the 3,000 yard seasons. He broke his foot, and I broke my foot. And I remember us communicating over the Jones fracture. That was the first time I ever got, a call from him. And to watch him on TV, he's killing in the TV. He's really knowledgeable about the game. He's fun. He's got that little dorkiness in him.
He does.
He's got that little dork like that.
But he plays
dad jokes.
He plays it off.
He's a dad joke.
He plays it off really well.
He's a fun guy to be around.
He is, and he is who he is. Like, he expresses who he is. It doesn't matter, man. That's why you love him, man. That's what you love about people. He's not hiding himself at all.
Never.
No, never. And I trained with him, actually. I remember what was really cool is that I was coming out of the University of Arizona, and we had the same agent, Drew Rosenhaus. And Drew Rosenhaus had me call Greg Olsen. He was the only player I called to ask about Drew Rosenhaus and also ask about the training process of training for the combine and all that. And I remember Greg Olsen did give me some great advice, man. He said, hey, you're going to think all the little details are stupid, but make sure you do them all, because those are actually the biggest things in the end. And I still remember that to this day, that he goes, do all the warm-ups, all the recovery things that you got to do after you trained all day. He says, just do all the details of the little things and you will be fine. So thank you, Greg, for the advice, man. I remember talking to you on the phone and just the advice of going through the NFL process. He was the only player I talked to through that time. So Good dude, man. Good dude. Wasn't, looking out for himself, but he was looking out for me on that phone call, which was cool.
You think he called Bledsoe after Brady replaced him? I'm in roast mode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey, Julian.
I'm in roast mode.
Did he call Bledsoe? Well, because Bledsoe got replaced by Tom.
There you go.
Sorry. I'm a tight end. We're a little slow, okay? Tight ends are sometimes a little bit slower, but our personalities are just freaking awesome. We are the coolest players on the field.
We
really are. Name a tight end that isn't cool. Exactly. You can't. You're thinking about it. That means
they really are. They really are.
Yeah. You want to know who's really cool? Dallas Goedert. I was hanging out with him at tight end U when I was actually smart enough to go because it's the Harvard of the South, like we were talking about. And I was just hanging out with him. I didn't even know who he was. I know who Dallas Goedert was, but
helmets. It's hard to know.
I had no clue what Dallas Goedert ever looked like. And this dude had the hair flowing and everything. I was talking to him like, this dude cool as shit. And then 2 days later, I saw a picture of us online, and it says Dallas Goedert and Rob Gronkowski. I was like, oh my freaking God, I didn't even know that was Dallas Goedert.
Guys running 70-yard touchdowns.
I just thought he was cool as shit. Yeah.
And that's what tight ends are. And Greg Olsen's the epitome of that. Just cool as shit.
Yeah, he is cool as shit.
Just
he really
cool
is.
as shit. Athletic. He had kind of that basketball stuff. He wasn't a burner. He had great hands. He made big plays for his team. He went to a Super Bowl. He's got crazy stats. He had the 3,000-yard seasons.
What the best attribute or characteristic that Greg Olsen contained in his pocket, his secret weapon, was his route running skills.
His route running
skills, one of the best in the game at the tight end position.
He'd lull you. I always see him hitting that bow route. He'd marry his routes together. Remember, he was really good at that bow route. Remember that cover 4? I always see him hit it in the fringe shot where you're right outside the red area, the 20. And they'd always run that. They'd get cover 4 and they'd run that post, and he'd run that bow route, and they'd hit him on that. I remember seeing that one. We installed something. We stole it from them because we were copying it. We liked the way they ran it, and he'd run that bow route, and he caught it right on that 1-yard line. He's an awesome guy.
He doesn't care about his looks. He doesn't care about what's going on out there. He just cares about being a good dude, being a family man. And that's why I love him, man. I love being around him. He's always so positive. And he can also, by the way, when I trained with him when I was young too, the guy just never stopped talking. Never stopped talking. And it was always the best. It was always
That's why he's on
entertaining.
TV.
And literally from the first day I met him, I was like, this guy is going to be a commentator one day. He's going to be an announcer. And then he actually landed perfectly in that spot after his football career. And when he signed with Fox too, and I think it was the first year he signed with Fox was the first year I did when I first retired. I did a couple games as well. And I was literally just thinking in my mind, just talking to him, this guy has landed in the perfect field for him. He's so good
great
at
storyteller.
It, so intelligent. Yeah, great storyteller. Great
And he
dude.
looks like Grizzly Adams a little bit. He's got an underrated chin.
If Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore coming out. Number 2's coming out soon.
Yeah.
A little mad at Sandler for not hitting us up.
I know. Isn't he a New England guy? Adam Sandler, New England guy?
He's from New Hampshire.
New England
but
players?
his family grew up in
I don't get it.
New York.
And that's my favorite movie of all time.
Kelce's in it.
Yeah, he is in it. But
we didn't get hit up.
I mean, I can't hate on Travis being in it.
I can't either.
Travis is freaking Travis. I mean, he's top of his game on the field, off the field. I'm just disappointed in Happy Gilmore Productions, I guess, or what is it?
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison.
Happy Madison. Happy Madison.
Well, now we're giving him shout outs, and he didn't even want us in his movie.
I know.
We got no hate, Jules.
No
we
hate.
still love him, and we're still going to watch Happy Gilmore, too.
Oh, without a doubt.
No doubt about it. And Happy
times.
Gilmore is still my favorite movie. I actually watched it about 3 weeks ago. It was on TV, and I never turn it off. This is what I loved about Greg Olsen, too.
Well, you said he talked a lot.
He does talk a lot, and that kind of explains why he came out with a rap song.
And it was good.
It was really good. It was really awesome and explained a lot of details on how they lived life at the University of Miami, which was really cool. I was a big fan, no doubt about it. You were probably a big fan as well.
I never listened to it. I'm not. I lied right there fully. But it was called the 7th Floor Crew Rap.
Yes, and it was a legendary rap song by some of the Miami players in
2003.
2003. And they were just doing it, I think, as a joke from what I've heard Greg Olsen say before, like just to have fun. And it just blew up out of nowhere. But it kind of made, the University of Miami even more, prominent in my mind, especially at the tight end position.
One of his, I think, what was his name was Third Leg Greg? Was his name Third Leg Greg?
Well,
Scary Weather was in it.
Yeah, Scary Weather.
Scary Weather.
Mm-hmm. Third Leg Greg, his name was.
And John Beeson.
Oh, he was a beast, man.
Yeah.
He was a beast linebacker.
That's fun. We got to listen to that.
Yeah, we do.
We'll put it out on Insta. We want to hear what you guys say in the crowd.
Floor
Rob,
Crew.
what would your rap name be?
Kind of think. I've said it plenty of times before. It's kind of easy, basic. Robbie G, the one and only. I mean, right?
Robin G.
Robbie G.
The one and only?
Yeah. Robbie G, the one and only.
Robbie
kind of
G.
a long name, though. So maybe that's not it.
Rap name. I think my name would be
like the Jewelster?
Nah, it'd be
the Squirrelster?
Young Squirrel J.
Young Squirrel J? I want a better name now. Robbie G, the one and only. Is too long. Come on, Jules.
I just went 3. Young Squirrel J.
Yeah, that's quick and easy, right to the point.
Young Big Piece.
Yeah, Young Big Piece.
You just throw young in front of anything, it could be
Mr. Big Piece.
Young Big Piece.
Because I carry a massive gun with me. I'm dangerous.
It's loaded.
Yeah, it's loaded. It's National Tight End Day. People want to rob me. All right.
All right, we got a rap name generator to find the perfect rap name for Rob.
All right.
What's your favorite TV character?
We'll go with SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Oh, this is going to be a gangster name.
Your real life first name?
Robert.
Robert. Your real life last name?
Gronkowski.
The name of a criminal?
Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bulger. Something really pleasant.
Bulldog. Because I have a French bulldog. So you can't write French bulldog. And you can't write the name Ralphie. You got to let them know. And bulldog's pretty aggressive because rappers like bulldogs. So this is going to be an aggressive name. I like it.
I like this. An adjective to describe you and your music.
I want this name like gangster. I want it to be hard. So I would just say rap.
Rap. I like that.
Because we're going for a rap name anyway. So.
And your favorite childhood pet?
Junior.
Junior.
I had a dog. I had a dog named Junior. It was what are those dogs? A pug. Pug named Junior.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Bulldog Gronk.
I guess we're just sticking with the one and only. Robbie G, the one and only. I'm Robbie G, the one and only. If you don't know me, I'm sorry. If you want to, I don't want to say the rest because it's very inappropriate. That's why I stopped the first time.
Time's up. What kind of dude is Greg Olsen? Okay.
I mean, he's a freak, but he's not a freak.
He's not a freak.
He's kind of got that.
He's definitely a dude's dude.
He is a dude's dude.
He's definitely maybe a whiz.
He is a whiz as well because that knowledge. That's why he's such a great commentator.
And
that
was
was replaced by.
He was a first-round draft pick.
Yeah, he was a first-round draft pick to the Chicago Bears. Kind of a slow start. They traded him to the Panthers, but everyone has a slow start when they get to the NFL. Not everyone, but a lot of guys do. But it's okay. He picked it up in Carolina. But
so, what are the two that you're leaning on?
I'm gonna go with Wiz, dude's dude. Kind of a stud in a way because he's a stud. He just owns whatever, He just owns.
He looks
himself.
like a stud. Like
he does.
Blonde hair, 6'5", blue eye.
He is.
Like you see that javelin picture. He looks like he should be on a Wheaties box.
I want to go with Wiz though. We haven't had many Wizzes, and he's a Wiz because of his knowledge and just the way he can explain anything, break down anything. To be able to get open in many circumstances on the field,
and
you
got to
be a smart player.
He was clutch for his team.
Yes.
He was clutch for his team. Let's move on to our next guest. So I'm just gonna check my Instagram live here.
Oh well, hold on. Let me check mine.
Are you off?
I have a text message though. It starts with Dicks and Inertia Wave.
What?
Yeah.
Dicks and Inertia Wave?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's the first 4 words. So, Dicks and Inertia Wave are collaborating. with Rob.
What is that? A text?
Am I accepting this collaboration?
Oh, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, Jesus.
But it says Dick's, and then there's Shoaib. Like, this is getting raunchy. But it kind of goes with Shannon Sharpe and his Instagram Live. So make sure those Instagram Lives are turned off right now, ladies and gentlemen, because we don't know what may happen.
Start the clock. What's AI got to say about Shannon?
Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is renowned as one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history, known for his exceptional athleticism and competitive spirit. Off the field, he is admired for his charismatic personality and dedication to community service. That was community service on that Instagram Live. It made a lot of people happy. A lot of people happy.
A lot of people got happy.
Yeah, they sure did. And entertainment, too. Entertainment, hey, that's community service.
That's
Sharpe,
serving the community.
Yes, it sure is. All right. We're getting a little out of hand now. AI. Sharpe made a significant impact on the Denver Broncos and Baltimore Ravens, winning 3 Super Bowl titles and becoming a key player in their offenses. He was the first tight end to surpass 10,000 receiving yards. I don't even have 10,000 receiving yards.
He's a monster.
And this was back in the day. That's beastly. And held the records for most receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns by a tight end at the time of his retirement. Sharpe's post-retirement career as a sports analyst has farther solidified his influence in the football world. And he's not just an analyst in the football world either. He's an analyst in all of sports, which he has broadened his fan base big time by, breaking down basketball, breaking down badminton if he had to. Dude, like, this guy can do it all in the broadcasting world.
When he went up with Skip, him and Skip, like, he could battle him. He could talk. I mean, he's famous for a reason, not just his podcast, Uncle Shay Shay, and everything that he's got going. This guy's like, you could tell he's a fucking smart guy. He looks like he could still play.
He sure does. He looks like a linebacker now as well. He looks like
he's jacked.
Like he can go out there and just level fools and just get right back up. He is jacked. And I think he posted an Instagram within the year of him benching still. And I think it was like 385. It was around there. Don't quote me the exact weight, but it was right around there. And he put it up like 5 times as well.
Jesus.
He's huge. Jacked.
I watched a lot of the films and the mic'd up and stuff.
Yeah.
He could talk some shit, too.
Oh, he's one of the...
Shannon Sharpe could talk some shit.
He is the biggest shit-talking tight end in NFL history.
Without a doubt.
No doubt about that. How about when he came to Foxborough, one of the old stadium back in the day? Obviously, he was playing in the 90s, and he picked up the phone, that red phone.
No one picks up the red phone.
No one picks up the phone. You get your ass busted if you pick up that phone. Hey, someone call the president. What did he say exactly? Someone call the president. We're killing the Patriots. Send in the troops.
Man,
something like that. It was right along those lines. Right. Yeah, we are killing the Patriots. Someone call the president. We are killing the Patriots.
And this is back before, like, talking to the cam. Like, now we see players always talking to the camera on the sideline or before a game, pregame, postgame. Like, Shannon Sharpe was an innovator of a lot of that. Like, when you'd see the guys warming up in the warm-ups and stuff, he'd always engage the camera, like, and let you know he's about to run up all over your ass in the game that week and start talking to the fans. He's fucking crazy.
He is crazy. I mean, he has wide receiver build because I think he was drafted as a wide receiver as well.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. And then he put on some weight. Obviously, you got to put on weight if you're drafted as a wide receiver. Went to the tight end position, but that kind of explains why he was such a great route runner, because he was a receiver coming into the NFL. And that kind of explains why he's so jacked as well, because he had that skinny frame, and then he had to hit the weights hard. There's no doubt about it. He has like this downhill speed. Like when he gets going, he catches that ball, he's gone. Like right when he catches, he's gone.
He was athletic as hell. He's a freak.
Run by, he is a freak. There's no doubt about that.
He's low key kind of a freak.
I don't even think we got a debate at the end. I think he's a freak no matter what.
Well, we know he's a freak in them sheets.
Yeah, he is. I mean that Instagram Live. Back to the Instagram Live real quick. Do you think it was set up? I mean, to get into Instagram Live, you have to open up your phone. your face has to be recognized, or you got to put your password in, then you got to hit Instagram, then you got to hit like the story button, then you got to move over to the right and hit Instagram live. And then when you hit that, it says, are you sure you want to go live? And then you got to hit yes. I mean, I still think it's an accident.
Is it an inside job?
It's
was
an
it
accident.
the girl?
It was an accident.
Was it a girl? Or was he live before? I don't know the story.
Was he live
well.
before and accidentally put his phone down? I'm not sure. But I mean, it was entertainment. I mean, props
I
to
didn't
him.
listen.
He was getting the job done. I didn't listen either.
What a hell of a career. What did he win? 3 Super Bowls, 2 with the Broncos and John Elway in that late Broncos surge of John's career. And then he went to the Ravens and was part of that founding block of foundation for that organization. Him and Ray Lewis, like Ray was the guy that had the team. And it was like they always had like quarterbacks that weren't necessarily like big name quarterbacks. It was more of playing to the defense. And, the guy on the offense that was always represented was Shannon Sharpe. That's what I remember as a kid. When you watched the Ravens, it was Shannon Sharpe's team on the offense. And that's crazy. The crazy thing about Shannon is his brother Sterling and the amount of respect he had for his brother, who he had like he played how many years? He played 7 years in the league, got cut with the neck injury, got cut short with the neck injury, was like tearing up everything, was all pro 5 times, led the NFL in receptions 3 years. And it was really cool to hear when Shannon got inducted to the Hall of Fame that he would be the only guy up there in the Hall of Fame that had a brother that was better than him. He said something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. So you have to give a shout out to Sterling. And he was really good on TV back in the day too. I remember.
Well, shout out to Sterling as well, because actually I didn't know any of this has ever occurred. I didn't know that Shannon had a brother.
He was a monster
that
Packers.
Played in the NFL. Thank you for the facts, Jules. Thank you for the knowledge. We're always here to learn. That was pretty cool that you know more about a tight end than I know about a tight end. So that was cool.
It's pretty cool to hear the brother.
It
like
is.
He had an older brother. Like, do you have any of those stories where your older brother like punked you into?
Of course. That's why I also think it was really cool that you shared that story, because I got 3 older brothers and 1 younger brother, played on their teams growing up, played same football teams in high school and college, and didn't remember Dan was on our team with the New England Patriots for a little bit. Yeah, big piece. He does have a big piece, and it's dark as well. Yeah, so it's like a double whammy, big piece. Yeah,
double whammy, big piece.
Yeah, it's tan, I guess. I don't know. That's what I've heard. That's what his wife told me.
You're his brother. You've definitely seen his dick.
No, he's never showed me. No. I was making fun of him one time, and then his wife came in like, well, he has a bigger and darker dick than you. And I was like, well, I know that, but I'm going to keep making fun of him. Like, I already know that. That's why I am making fun of him, so I can make myself feel better. Okay, back to Shannon Sharpe, who has a sharp piece. Why are we Jules, why are we talking about this stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, this is dude talk, though. This is dudes on dudes. Like, this is so great, because whenever we get off, subject and topic and everything, we can always just blame it on the name of the show.
It's
dudes just being dudes.
Rambles.
And no lie, that's what dudes do, man. Dudes talk about, it's weird. Why do dudes talk about piece sizes so much? Like, when it's just the dudes, like, on the couch watching the game.
I don't
Why
think
is that?
I don't know.
It always comes back to that. It's weird.
Mono y mono.
Mm-hmm.
4th leg.
The greatest trash talker of all time. I was watching him on the NFL, one of those NFL shows, top 100 shows, wherever. I had the NFL channel on, and someone told Shannon Sharpe before, don't quote me exactly, it's just along these lines. They said, hey, Shannon, you want to be famous, you want to be well-known, then don't block. And Shannon Sharpe took that to heart, and he went out there and goes, I'm going to go out there and catch passes. I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to be well-known. I'm going to be famous, and I'm going to catch passes, score touchdowns, and get first downs, and that's sure what he did. But he wasn't that bad of a blocker either. He went out there, he got it done. He's kind of one of the first tight ends to revolutionize the tight end position as well, and to open up an offense at the tight end position. And he's kind of more of an H-back tight end as well, kind of shorter, more stockier, and he got the job done. He could run. He runs like a deer.
He didn't have all those stats for not being great. I mean, he's a monster. Did you ever watch that Cat Williams interview?
Nah, I haven't. But
I didn't either, but I just remember the hype of that whole thing. That's what happened. What Cat Williams went on like a 3-hour rant
I feel like Shannon would be a great time to hang out with. Like
I bet
back in the day when he was your teammate and you went out to the club with him, he would be a freaking great. He would go up and talk to any girl, I bet. He just talks trash 24/7. He would go up, he'd be in the club talking to like 8 girls at once, talking garbage about his teammates or hyping you up like
he'd probably hype you up.
Hyping you up
He'd
like
be
no other,
hyping you up.
Hyping you up. Yo, you see my
he
boy
got
over there?
mouthpiece.
Yo, you see my boy over there? You see that touchdown he had? You see that? He needs a girl like you tonight. He needs a back massage. He needs some relaxation. We need him ready for next week. Can you please go over there and just sit on his lap? I'm telling you, good looking guy. I seen him. He seen him in the shower too before. I'm telling you, he's looking at him right over there.
Ultimate hype guy.
Yeah, ultimate hype guy. I bet you would be like that.
But you probably hate playing against him. Like we never played against him. You probably hate playing against Shannon Sharpe. Just because of A, his production, how good he was, and B, he let you know how good he was.
Mm-hmm. Most ripped tight end of all time, too.
He's up there.
No, up there. He is the most ripped.
Look at him. He's fucking jacked.
Jacked. Biceps freaking sticking out.
He loved that Hennessy.
I've
seen him drinking Hennessy. Is it a bunch, right? There's always pictures. I swear he'll be working out. I don't know what it is, but this guy, I don't know how he can drink that alcohol and look that great. God touched him. Because he's fucking a monster in a great way. Who were some of the best trash talkers you played against?
Oh, Charles Suggs. He was great.
T-Sizzle?
Yeah, T-Sizzle.
Comes through that same route.
Yeah,
the Ravens.
Yeah, he does. T-Sizzle was great, man. He was a scary player as well. He was massive. T-Sizzle loved to talk garbage.
What did he say to you?
I mean, it was so long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so long
ago.
Be like,
fuck you, Gronk.
Yeah. Like just shit like that.
I'm gonna kill you,
Gronk.
No,
he loved to talk like over the line and over me and just direct it right to Brady.
Did he?
Always, man. He was just directing it right to Tom every single game. And then I would be in front of him like, yeah, you ain't touching Tom. I'm here. I'm chipping your ass. You ain't getting to him. Yeah. But I would never talk garbage back really to him because he was scary too. Yeah, he was scary. Yeah.
T-Sizzle.
I don't know.
Bart Scott said fuck you to Billy O's. Remember that? In the playoff game?
Yeah, Bart Scott.
I remember when Bart Scott went up he was 3 inches from Billy O'Brien's face and said, fuck you, white boy. And Billy O's tea kettle, he goes, fuck you, Bart.
I love when Billy O yells, man. It always got me excited and always got me going.
Oh, they beat our ass that game. That was when we were 14-2.
Yeah, they did.
They beat our ass in that division game.
Yeah, they
fucking
did.
Jets.
We should have never lost that freaking
What
game.
was it? What was Bart Scott's thing?
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to lose the next game.
10 minutes is up. All right, what kind of dude is Shannon Sharpe?
I mean, freak. Absolute freak.
He's
freak
a
in the
freak.
weight room, freak on the field, freak in the sheets, just freak on the Undisputed show, freak on Sirius radio when he was on. He's been a freak his whole life.
He's freaky.
He's freaky, freaky, freaky.
He can be dog.
Oh, a little bit, but he's more of a freak.
He's a freak.
He's Freaky Friday.
That's stamp. He's a
Freaky
freak.
Friday.
Freaky Friday. And before we wrap up our show, in honor of National Tight Ends Day, we're going to build the perfect tight end. Categories: football IQ, blocking ability, the hands, the personality, and the swag. Football IQ. Who do you go?
Sorry, I'm just really thirsty and hot from just talking so much about tight ends. Because I love tight ends. I love the position.
You know, it's probably
Makes
making
me
you
squirm.
spent. It's the big guy gets spent. The big guy
just
gets
trying to cool off. Woo! I love tight end day. All right.
back.
All right, we're back. We're back to building the perfect tight end.
The perfect tight end.
All right.
The categories are football IQ,
Ooh.
blocking ability, hands,
Ooh.
personality, and swag.
Ooh. Football IQ. Who's one of the smartest tight ends out there in the game?
Probably Greg Olsen. He's probably.
I was thinking that. I was thinking the same thing. If you're thinking that, and I was thinking that, and you said it right before I was going to say it, then it's Greg Olsen.
He's a smart guy.
Very smart guy, and that's also why he's one of the best commentators of all time. Just right away like that, because he's that smart of a guy. He can break down the game of football like that and make it easy for you to understand it. Greg Olsen has the football IQ that we want in a tight end.
Blocking ability.
Blocking ability. You want to know who I'm going to go with? Mark Bavaro.
Mark Bavaro. Blocking ability.
Was the best blocking tight end out there. Coach Belichick still talks about him to this day because he coached him when he was, with the Giants back in the heyday. That's how old Coach Belichick is, and that's how much experience he has in the game of football. But Mark Bavaro, I have a friend who played against Mark Bavaro who still swears to this day that he has the strongest hands that he ever felt.
Strong hands.
And I'm talking this guy, that's my friend, is a psychopath. Like, he don't take shit. He'll freaking...
Who's your friend?
Donnie. You met Donnie real quick. He went to the University of Arizona. He got me to the University of Arizona. Played like 2 years on the Falcons in the NFL. But this guy would freaking walk up to a wall, that concrete wall, and just drill his forehead into the wall until the freaking concrete wall breaks open. And he'll walk away totally fine. He's that freaking tough and strong. And he said, Rob, Mark Bavaro put his hands on me. I never felt hands like that in my life. And he threw me across the freaking field.
Well, we could put you in both of those categories.
It's Mark Bavaro.
Mark Bavaro. Hands. Best hands tight end all time.
Oh, best hands. Well, Greg Olsen has great hands. And, we put him as a football IQ. You can't have him twice. We're talking about each tight end,
Tony Gonzalez had great hands.
Chance. Tony Gonzalez did have great hands.
Kellen Winslow, the dad,
great hands as well.
Who was the ghost? Casper.
Well, who did he play for?
He played for the Raiders.
The Raiders?
That's what. Yeah, mm-hmm. He used to always have great.
Wait
hands.
a second. I seen. He made one of those greatest catches of all time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was like over his head. He went like that. Yeah, the Willie Mays catch. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yes.
You're in there.
Yeah, I'm in there. You can toss me in there for some great hands.
But I think you got personality.
Yeah, I'll go with personality. You can put me, we can put myself under personality. I'll take that.
I like personality. You could be in blocking, you could be in hands.
But no, we're talking about the greatest player. Like hands. We're building the greatest tight end ever.
So who's the best hands?
Good blocking ability and hands, but we're talking about the best. I'll go with
You never dropped a ball though.
Once in a while. But that's because my wrists were tired.
Your wrists are tired.
Yeah, my wrists are tired.
So you dropped the ball? I like it. From doing what?
Just rice grabs. When you squeeze the rice and you twist.
Strengthen your hands.
Yeah, strengthen my hands. For some reason, I got bored that morning before the game and I was doing it. Yeah. All right.
For all you young kids, no rice hands before a game. Your wrists might get tired. So should we go? Who's the best hands?
Right.
Who does AI say the best tight end hands have?
But we're not here to get AI's answer.
I know, but I want to hear what
they
got
to say.
Fucking, I'm on a mission to stomp out the AI. Remember Belichick used to say, "I'm on a mission to stomp out bad football this week." You're offside. Take a lap. You're holding. We're putting rackets on your arms.
AI agrees with me.
Tony Gonzalez.
It's Tony Gonzalez. Best hands, Tony Gonzalez.
Best Holland. Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, we said it. Swag got to go Trav.
Yes, Travis Kelce. No doubt about that. Travis Kelce.
Swag got to go Trav. So let's recap it. The football IQ is Greg Olsen. The blocking ability is Mark Bavaro. The hands is Tony Gonzalez. The personality is Rob Gronkowski. And the swag is Travis Kelce. What about like body? Shouldn't that should be Gronk too? You want your tight end to be fucking large.
Yeah.
And in charge.
Yeah, put me in there. What about piece size? We'll go with my brother again. Yeah. Or Shannon Sharpe.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. But we heard.
We listened.
And that's the best tight end ever built.
Well, what would that tight end be? A freak, a stud, a wizard?
It's all of them, right?
Oh, yeah. It's all of them. You're right.
I think it's the greatest. If you take all the categories, you put them into one.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
That's the kind of dude
Right.
he is.
That's a dude. That's a super dude.
That's a super dude.
That's a super Batman dude.
That's a super bat dude.
Yeah, that's it.
Nah, it's super dude. We'll
That's
figure it out.
infinity
Comment
and beyond.
section. Tell us what you guys think.
Dude.
Well, that's been another episode of Dudes on Dudes. Happy National Tight Ends Day.
What can we do better next episode? Please comment and review, and please let us know. We can take critical punishment. We can take
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism is what I was going for.
Yeah.
We can take constructive criticism. We can take constructive criticism. But no more from Bill Belichick.
Not in this world.
We've had enough.
Not in this world.
Not in this world. We're going to teach him how to do media.
You're in our world now, Billy.
Yeah, Bill. We're going to coach you.
Hey, Willie. Little Willie.
We're going to coach you, Bill.
Yeah, we heard you're on Instagram social. Yeah, we see you out there. Just remember, as long as we're around, there's only one sheriff in this goddamn town.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bill?
All right.
We see who you're following.
Yeah.
You ain't following us.
Yeah, Bill. So remember, unlike Bill, remember to follow Dudes on Dudes.
Yeah.
On YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Snapchat.
We'll see you guys next week. But we'll see you every day, Bill, because you're everywhere.
We're coming for you.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Happy National Tight Ends Day.
Happy National Tight Ends Day. I love all you tight ends out there. Thank you for being you. So sweet and dear.
So sweet and dear. See you guys next week.